the farther you drive, the more Uber takes, which passengers think it's the other way around. Passengers, of course, like you would expect, if you take a hour-long drive for a passenger, that you should be paid a larger percent. No, you actually make a smaller percentage as a driver the farther you take. They can only take so much from a $10 ride. But if you take a ride that's worth $100, you could be paid as little as 20, 30 bucks. So the percentage is less. Of course, you make more money dollar-wise, but the percentage is much lower. And you're doing a lot more wear and tear because obviously you're driving more miles, you're using more gas. So a lot of drivers in the past, I've even been guilty of this. I didn't factor in gas, miles. I could tell you my very first trip was from Danbury, Connecticut, all the way to New York City, Manhattan. And for whatever reason, you had to have really good internet, or your navigation didn't even really work. So I was struggling to get my navigation to work. Back then, they let you use Waze or Google. But it was hard to even get the navigation to work properly. It was my first time in New York since I was young, since I was probably in my 20s. And here I am, fast forward in my 40s, taking my first trip, and I was afraid, because you really have to be a really aggressive driver to drive in New York. And I even talk about that very first trip. I even did a video about that very first trip, and it's on my Nice Guy Driver channel. I'll try to find it and link it below this, but it was very scary. But back then, you even got paid a higher percentage. This was probably like 2018. And the percentage was, I forget how, I think I made $100 for that particular ride. That same ride today, all the way from Danbury, Connecticut, all the way to Manhattan, New York, you will not even make $100. You won't even make $80. So the problem is only going to get worse. Here's the good news. Here's the good news. Drivers have been complaining and bitching and moaning so much. There's finally new, smaller app companies coming out. They usually don't make it in the tri-state because of New York. And for whatever reason, they won't start in the outskirts of New York like Connecticut because we're too small in their mind. But they usually start in like California, New York, Florida. A lot of times they'll make it in Florida, these smaller rideshare companies. They've even been known to make it in California. But New York, if a small rideshare company supposedly can make it in New York, they can make it anywhere in the world. And the good thing is the models that are coming out pay a higher percentage to the drivers. That's the good news. But again, they don't make it. A lot of companies just don't make it. I did hear about the companies in Arizona, but they got the companies Hum. They got another company called Pax. With the rideshare professor, he talks about Fair Co-op. There's a new one I just heard about on Show Me the Money Club. the rideshare network. I think it's called Your YUR. It's supposedly going to be a subscription model. Not a subscription model. It's supposed to be a model that you could do referrals though. I don't know if it's a subscription model yet. If I were to guess, I'd say it's a subscription model. But supposedly going to do referrals. So drivers are incentivized to refer people. I think Show Me the Money Club, they said something about you'll be able to make 5%. They're supposedly coming out in New York. I don't know if they're going to make it. But again, if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere in the world. And it usually takes a while after a company kicks around in New York for a while for it to stream out to Connecticut. But we can only pray. So far, the only company that tried to come out that I had hoped for ended up being a scam, which was Trip Rides. There are a lot of other companies coming out that a few not so credible. I think one was called Power. I don't know how they're doing. I'm forgetting the other one that was supposedly coming out. That's kind of like Trip. They're gonna have like a subscription model that people always like inboxing me to join. I don't know how that one's gonna do because they're having trouble registering the states. I don't know why it's so hard for us to get a third-party company in Connecticut, but we can only pray because in my mind, we only got 5 more years of rideshare driving and it's gone. And I'm doing it part-time at this point. It's not even worth doing full-time. I had a passenger today. He asked me, he was like, is this still worth doing? I told him straight up, no. It's not even worth doing full-time. If you have a job or another side hustle, like I got a few side hustles, but if you got a job or another side hustle, yes, this is still worth doing part-time. Now, once somebody inboxed me in my comments one time and said it's an insult to even mention just doing this part-time because a lot of drivers do it full-time. That has nothing to do with me or what I suggest. Nothing at all. I'm recommending this only to be done part-time because doing this full-time is going to wear out your car extremely fast. Extremely. It's wearing out my car and I'm now part-time. So I'm down to like 5-6 hours, 5 days a week at the most. That's at the most. 6 hours a day, 5 days a week only, which is still part-time, and it's still doing wear and tear on my vehicle. What is my plan B, you might ask? Couple things. I'm not the owner of the property, but I'm subletting rooms in my apartment. That covers the rent. And you're watching my plan B. I have multiple YouTube channels, and I'm working with a platform now that shows you how to use AI. We got to talk about it. AI is the future. I use AI technology in everything I do, from emails to titles to thumbnails to channel ideas to titles. What else? I'm even using a credit repair, do-it-yourself credit repair company that uses AI to get my score up. AI is everywhere. So I actually partner with this one of my online idols for a while. He built his own platform showing people, and you can learn for free, some free training in there, how to learn AI to either market your company that you already have, or to show you how to market yourself online. Free training. Plan B. You gotta start a couple side hustles, but it's good to have one online. The beauty about this training, it kind of saves me from showing people step by step how to do a channel, how to market the channel, how to use AI for this and that. He does it all in the training. If you upgrade to Plus, you get even more training. So you can learn a lot for free. Absolutely free. Links below. My link's blandrake.com. Go check the link somewhere. You know, YouTube likes to hide stuff, but it's usually below. And I believe this is going to help. That's just one thing I'm doing, though, the online stuff. Building out several channels gives me more exposure. I'm not focusing on AdSense money, but I do use YouTube as traffic. It's a great traffic source. YouTube is probably my #1 traffic source. I am on TikTok. I am on Instagram. I am on Facebook. None of those even come close to the traffic I get from YouTube. I got 6 YouTube channels. I only actively post every day. I would say every other day sometimes, but there's days where I'll go every day. And there's this tool called Opus Clips that literally I'll just go in, grab a long form video, plug it into Opus Clips, comes out with mad shorts with the titles. It gives you like a letter grade so you know if it's good or not. Gives you the title. Gives you how long you want your clip to be. That's how I'm getting my short form videos. I don't edit. I take my cell phone. I got the top tier Samsung Ultra. What they call it? Samsung S25 Ultra. And I'm using that for my camera. And I just literally plug in the long form videos to this tool. It spits out the short form. It'll give you options on how long you want your shorts to be, titles, the hook. I'm using, even for the long form videos, sometimes I'm stumped. And I don't even know what to title these things. So I'll literally go in, ChatGPT, Gemini, one or the other, and just type in what you're talking about. Gives you 5, I usually go in for each video, I try to get 5 different titles. That's how I get my titles. Every now and then, if I don't want to just show my face, I'll do a nice thumbnail on there. Gemini and ChatGPT are decent for thumbnails now. No copyright thumbnails, they're good for that. Concepts, I can literally go in and be like, put in something that I want to talk about, an outline of some stuff I want to talk about, and it'll give me 10 different titles if I want. And then from that title, I could be like, give me a whole idea of a video, and it will spit it out. And we're talking about free. ChatGPT, Gemini. Now the free training that my idol is doing, he's even putting ChatGPT prompts, because sometimes you got to get the right prompt to, you know, get your message across. Now, why am I talking about AI on the rideshare channels? Because we need a plan B. And some of you don't want to do rideshare anymore. But before you quit, you might need to do something else that doesn't require you to do more abuse to your car. A lot of people go to rideshare to delivery, and it's just more wear and tear in your car. Some of you want to do less wear and tear in your car, not more. That's why I'm giving you the option. Because I think some of us are, I particularly like rideshare, or I wouldn't have been doing it this long. Let's keep it real. Some of you are like me. You put up with it because you don't enjoy the pay, but you enjoy doing it. You enjoy interacting with people. And a great traffic source as well is your car. Print up some flyers, put them in your car, let people know. If you're becoming a private driver, get some business cards, flyers, let people know you're going private. I thought about it a while, not to get off AI, but I thought about it a while, and I don't want to do typical delivery. The only delivery that I really want to get into is medical. I still want to do some rides, but I want to do private driving in the future. I'll probably end up getting a bigger vehicle at some point, but I will not put it on the Uber and Lyft platform. The bigger vehicles never going on the Uber and Lyft platform. I came to that conclusion. I'm done. This car, I'm going to continue to wear out probably till it dies. And it's probably going to die before I finish paying for it, to be totally honest with you. And I'll probably end up trading it in on the next vehicle. And I'm at about 158 100 miles on this. So I'll probably go another 20,000 miles before I trade this in on something bigger. And I will not do the bigger vehicle on Uber and Lyft. So I'm just going to keep doing Uber and Lyft part-time on this. That vehicle, I'm going to do some private driving and some medical stuff, some medical deliveries. I'm working on that. I'm trying to get some licenses, and I'm still looking for a good commercial insurance company. So hit me in the comments if you know of one in Connecticut. I know that other parts of the country, there's some great ones. For some reason, I haven't found a good one in Connecticut. If you got a good insurance company, commercial insurance, because even if I get away from, I'm going more online in the future. And I'm slowly pivoting where I still want to do some private rides because it pays the bills, but I don't want to do Uber and Lyft other than to steal customers. So I'll still keep the platforms, but I'll slowly weave my way out while I'm doing my online hustle. And for now, my roommates, I call them, they're kind of like tenants, will continue to cover my rent until I'm ready to move. And when I move, I'm probably buying, because rents in Connecticut, that's another thing about Connecticut, rents just keep going up. I'm already thinking that October's coming up, right? I'm already predicting that my landlord's going to raise my rent. And I'm already at almost $1,500 for a 2-bedroom apartment. And I'm predicting he's just going to raise it again. It's a 3-family house, but every floor has only got 2 bedrooms. about 1,500 each floor, and he's gonna probably go up again next month. I'm already predicting it. He's probably gonna go up at least $100 next month, which you might be thinking, it's not that much. Yeah, it's too much for 2 bedrooms in Connecticut when I can go get a mortgage for less. So I'm just focusing on getting my score up. Hopefully this online, the goal is to get the online money to pay more than the driving. So then I'll have to just do private rides, maybe at night. That's another thing. I'm going to shift to doing private rides at night because it pays better. It is risky, but it pays better. And I got a strategy with that where I'll be going to some busy places that I'll be risking dealing with some people drinking, but that's probably a risk I got to take for the bigger cash paying passengers. I'm going to get the dash cam, even though I should have one now. I got no excuse. I should have one now, even part-time. Like I said, I'll have a vehicle that I'm not going to put on the platforms. Because I noticed that it's become a pattern where year after year, I put my cars on the platforms and they just completely wear them out. Where if I would have just drove and did private rides, I would not wear it out as fast. And I'm trying to go for like minivan size vehicle. It doesn't pay to do Uber and Lyft with something, a minivan or even a luxury vehicle anymore. It's not worth it. Oh, before I forget, I saw something new where I picked up a Lyft passenger at the hospital and she was using a pen. It's the first Lyft passenger I saw with a pen. I don't know, maybe in your area you've seen that before. It's the first time I've seen that. I've never seen a person with using a pen on the Lyft side. Always Uber. I thought that was actually good. In my opinion, everybody should have a pen. Every single passenger should be using a pen, especially these college girls. And wonder why they get kidnapped. I think it's a good safety tool. Everybody should have a pen, especially when you're doing everybody's ordering for everybody else. Nobody has an app for themselves anymore. I don't get it. I get older people, you know, their kids are ordering it for them, but it's like girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife. Nobody has their own map. And you got to look for these people now. I thought we were getting away from like looking around to find the passenger. No, you got to look around for him. People are giving a long description. He's wearing a blue shirt, this, and that. I'm like, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. So I got no hope of hitting the lottery. So this things we got to do. Got to have like 5 different hustles out here. I did think about, I was watching Pedro, Mr. Bet On You, Rodriguez. Pedro was always talking about doing the catering apps. And I did think about, maybe I should dabble and try them out. I don't know if I like catering. And then I'm watching Sean in Town, another guy I watch on YouTube. He was also talking about catering apps and that they pay a lot more than Uber or Lyft. You get less offers, but they pay more. Here's the only thing I don't like about the catering apps. You gotta wait a whole week to get your money. Yep, I got spoiled, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. Because even with online sales, the platform, you get paid instantly. If you go to the platform that I'm talking to you guys about, if you do the plus, you'll pay $20 a month, but you'll be able to refer people, but you get paid instantly. The minute somebody makes a sale, you get paid instantly, just like Uber and Lyft. You know, that's what I like now. I'm so spoiled because the apps have got us adapted to pay the daily pay stuff that I don't know what it's like to wait for my money. Hit me in the comments if you know how I feel. Like, I don't like to wait for my money anymore. And it's crazy. Like, I should be able to, what if I go get a regular job? I got to wait 2 weeks. 3 weeks when you first get the job. Oh, that's crazy to me. I don't know if I could do it. I probably, if I got a regular job, I would have to probably do all my side hustles too, just so I could have daily pay. Because I haven't gone without pay on a daily basis in a long time. But I mean, I guess I could live because I'll be doing the apps in between. If I did a catering app, like, I'll probably only get 1 order a week, if that, you know. I'm thinking if you get 1-2 orders a week, and you might get lucky and get one that pays you $100-something for a couple of hours, that's worth it. You know, that's what you can make. That's probably what a lot of you make in a whole day driving Uber and Lyft. It's probably $100, you know, if it's not the busy season. Which the busy season is coming. The business season is back to school time. So August, September, the busy season's coming again. College kids will be back getting the Ubers or rides every other day. Probably every day. So we'll get busy again. We'll go from $100 days to $150 and $200 days again. So that's part-time. So I'm a little bit happy about that. I don't want to rely on that, but I am a little happy about that because it's the slow time right now. I'm only making maybe a little bit over $100 in like 5 hours, where you used to, during school, you can make that, you know, you can make like 150 in the same time. So sometimes even more. You could probably make close to $200 in the same amount of time. So that time's coming back. Like I said, I can't rely on hitting the lotto. That would be nice, but we gotta stay on your plan B. You gotta stay focused. I'm doing videos every day, guys, because my goals are focus. You know, I'm starting to get more views on my short form videos. Long form, not as much, but we're working on it. We're working towards the goal. The only good thing is, even if one of my roommates left, I got 2 roommates, even if one left, I'm in such a good area in New Britain that I could get somebody like that. And I told him that because he always likes the one that I don't like. He likes to throw that up in my face. That, oh, you don't want me to leave because I'm paying your rent. I was like, I get somebody like that. I literally could put an ad in Craigslist and I would get somebody in less than a week because rents are so high. And I'm renting the rooms for like only $700 a month. I could easily move that up to 8. Easily. And I told him that, you know. He never threw that up in my face again because happen to be in a decent area in New Britain. You know, a lot of people are in the bad end of New Britain. And some of them got roaches, rats. Not all, but you know, we all got our bad areas. I happen to be in a good area. It's a fairly clean building. I like to try to keep it clean, but I think I'm done, guys. I think I'm done with the apartment stuff. I think I'm ready to buy. I think I probably won't buy. If I buy this year, it'll be before the snow hits the ground. So I don't think it'll be this year. But I'm done renting. I want to buy this year. I want to buy this year before December, if possible. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get my score up where I need it to be, because I don't just want to get approved. I want to get approved with a lower interest rate. I'm not even worried about the down payment. I will do whatever I need to do to get the down payment and get extra, because once you own, now you got to deal with all the problems yourself. You know, something goes bad, you got to deal with yourself. I'm so used to the landlord taking care of everything, I would be worried about that. So, but I'm just done renting. I'm done with the Uber and Lyft rat race. Before I go, I'm going to tell you my plan. And some of you are going to be like, oh man, that's not a bad idea. And some of you might not like it. The plan is, when I get to be a bigger vehicle, let me get a drink first. When I get the bigger vehicle, there's a couple key locations now. What I'm thinking is the strip clubs. Now, I know what y'all thinking. You're going to be in there spending up all your money. No, I'm not. I'm not going in there to spend money on strippers. I'm going there strictly to gain customers. I'm not a big drinker. That's the only good thing. But not only do the strippers pay cash, but the patrons pay cash. There's a couple key locations in Connecticut that I could go to, and I don't have to go far. I can go back and forth and make $20 to $50 per passenger, like that. We're looking at, I don't want to give a unreal number, but we're easily looking at $300 to $500 nights if I do this right, while I'm building my online business. I could do it with this car, but I just want to get something bigger because I know the crowds is going to be bigger. Private driving, even if I don't get commercial insurance right away, making that kind of money, I'll be able to afford the commercial insurance quickly. See my plan? I told this idea to one of my passengers told me. He was like, you should be driving at these locations. They're all cash payers. Now, I'm not going to be drinking at all, other than occasional energy drink or something like that. And I'm not going to be spending any money on any strippers or nothing like that. So if I can make $300 to $500 a night, we're good. And I don't have to do it forever. But I got to deal with the drama. There's going to be some pukers. There's going to be mess. I definitely got to get dash cams. That's a given. And I'm not going to be doing New York trips, which is going to limit my money. But I might partner with somebody that does New York trips and just get a percentage. So if you're in Connecticut and you want to partner with me, hit me in the email, willblending@gmail.com. We could partner up maybe. If you like doing New York trips, I'll throw you all the business you want. I don't want to do New York trips no more, ever. I don't want to do them during the day. I don't want to do them at night. Now, I will occasionally do Hartford during the day, even though I hate the traffic. I don't do New Haven anymore at all. I can't stand the traffic. But I will do Hartford, New Haven during the day if it's private. I'm not doing it for the apps. The apps pay pennies. So that's all I have for you guys. Thank you for listening to me rant, sharing my ideas. And if you want that free AI training, you can share it for free. You don't have to go plus and become a person that refers it out. You can refer it for free. You can sign up, refer it for free, share it with your friends, family, because I really want to help. And starting an online business while you're doing this can help. Links below. BlaneDrake.com. I might do a thumbnail that says BlaneDrake.com just so you see it. And that's all I have for you guys. I want to thank you guys for your continued support. We have very few negative Nancy's. Every now and then come on here and say something stupid, but that number has decreased. So I want to thank you guys for your continued support. You can support by free, just by subscribing, liking the video, sharing the video. Share that AI training, please. Click the bell icon, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Nice guy driver. I'll see you next time.